Hey guys, I'm back. What the frick is up? So now that my first week of classes is over and I'm kind of sort of settled into my routine, you'll know what the heck is up. That's right, we are getting right back into the series. And in this video I'll be responding to your opinions on the son himself, Mr. Jung Ho Seok. Alright, let's get right into it. Jope is not underrated, he is unpopular, and yes, it is sad, and even more sad for me, because he is my bias, but it's the truth. And also, this isn't an unpopular opinion anymore, but Hype needs to give Jope a proper dance break or center time. He is the main dancer, for God's sake. Period. Hobby is definitely unpopular among armies relative to most of the other members, and it really sucks because he is such a sweet, beautiful, kind, talented, radiant, human being that deserves to be showered with praise, love, and appreciation, but doesn't really get that. I feel like with BTS getting bigger and bigger and the fandom blowing up more and more, there are tons of immature armies joining in that really only care about looks and don't care to stan all 7 members and truly see them for who they are and appreciate their talents. There are way more of those kinds of quote fans right now than ever before in the fandom, and so the difference in popularity between members is often highlighted in several ways. And about the dance break thing, I know some of y'all JK stans are going to come for me, but I really don't think JK should have been given center for half the dance break in Butter. Hobby deserved to be center through the dance break. Honestly, when was the last time he even had a proper dance break or good amount of center time? Yeah, I'm guessing y'all can't really remember either. High time he gets at least one or both. He is the hottest in BTS. IDK prop because I am a Hobby stan, but I find him so freaking hot, and also that he is one of the most well-rounded idols. Completely, totally and wholeheartedly agree. He is fine as fuck and literally one of the most well-rounded idols out there right now. His singing voice is actually so beautiful, like I can't get enough of his vocals, especially in Spring Day. He is an insanely good dancer and rapper, and given that he didn't have a pre-debut rap background and he raps the way he does actually blows my mind. It's like he's literally the personification of talent. He should have his own show. He is the most entertaining and funny member for me. LOL. So I know I always say I think every member is this and every member is that, and y'all are probably like, does she ever pick a side? Mayo. But for real, I genuinely find every single member to be funny in their own way. Like all of them have slightly different senses of humor that come from their different personalities, but they blend so well together that just seeing all of them interacting is the funniest. I don't know if that makes sense, but I totally agree with the part about him having his own show. He is very entertaining and knows how to lift up the mood no matter what the situation, and just little things he does like his super contagious laughter etc. would make him the perfect host of a show. I think Hobby is more of a race material than Jungkook. Again, I can hear some JK stans coming for me, but I agree with this opinion. Jungkook is extremely talented and isn't called the Golden Maknae for no reason. But that being said, at the same time, I think the Golden Maknae narrative has been pushed so much at this point, not only onto him but onto armies as well by a lot of JK stans, that everyone just sees everything he does as perfection, whether objectively speaking it's actually amazingly brilliant or not. Jungkook is definitely all-rounder material, there's no questioning that, but I think Hobby's vocals are better than Jungkook's rapping is. Hobby also writes and produces a lot, so I think that also makes him fit the all-rounder title more. Just an opinion, and again I'm not saying JK isn't ace material because he is, so don't come at me or this person thanks. One of the most well-rounded idols ever. P to the E to the R to the I to the O to the D period. He should get more lines in their songs. Yes, OMG, I'm going to reference Butter again because it's recent, but yes, he deserves more lines period. He was done dirty in Butter with lines, center time, and the dance break, and it needs to stop. I think he does get a good amount of lines in a lot of their B-sides, but in title tracks that is not the case quite often, and that's not it. I've seen many people don't like Hobby because he's quite loud with his I'm your hope you're my hope, but I find it entertaining because I think it just brightens the mood. I think some people are so sad they hate seeing others thriving and happy with their own lives. Seriously, can people stop complaining about everything? Hobby literally does the you're my hope I'm your my hope thing for armies. to make us happy, to keep us hopeful, and to keep us going. Like this person said, he is literally doing something to brighten the mood and to make us happy, but I guess some of y'all are so miserable you can't stand that. Honestly, I feel bad for people like that. Instead of taking the positivity he's spreading and making something of it to help yourself feel better, you try and bring him down to your level. It's just so sad. I don't want to seem biased, but something about joke rapping makes me think he's one of the best in the industry, though rap line outsold LMAO. Where's the lie? You just spoke straight facts, sis. Can't disagree with facts. J-Hope rap king supremacy. BTS rap line supremacy. Hobby is not underrated. He is the richest member of BTS and has a horde of his own fans ranging in the millions. I get that the Hyung line isn't as popular as the Maknae line, but he, nor anyone else in BTS, is underrated. Hope World was very popular and did really well, as does his other solos like Chicken Noodle Soup. Calling someone underrated is not cute or quirky. I know he once said that he wished he was as popular as Jungkook, but that is a personal confidence thing where he wishes he was more popular. That's not a direct reflection of his own popularity level. Artists are usually more popular than they perceive themselves to be. Plus, all BTS members are pretty humble, so they probably all underestimate their popularity. LOL, the underappreciated versus underrated thing has literally come up in every single video in the series so far. But yes, I agree with this opinion. Hobby is not underrated for all the reasons mentioned, but is definitely underappreciated. And yeah, I do remember Hobby once said, oh look, it's Jungkook, everyone's favorite member, or something along the lines of that. But more than a personal confidence issue, I think he might have felt like he was trying so hard and giving it his all and it still wasn't enough. I think he might have felt a little overshadowed and underappreciated, which as he still is. But yes, I also agree that a lot of artists, especially humble ones, really do underestimate how popular they really are, so the reality of his popularity may not be the way he sees it. Though if he feels that way relative to the other members, I unfortunately do get that, because he and Namjoon are the least appreciated ones. Hobby's rapping skills are slept on by many people, though he doesn't usually have hard-hitting verses in their title tracks. If you listen to the Rap Lines solo stuff project, he goes hard. Some examples: his verse in Outro, his verses in UG, his verses in Cypher Part 3 and 4, and much more. Quit sleeping on him. Just because his style of rapping is not hardcore, he still has some pretty good verses. Yeah, I totally agree. His hard-hitting verses tend to be in their B-sides. And so casual armies that don't get into B-sides as much or solo projects etc. sleep on his rapping, because I guess a large majority of people enjoy hard-hitting rap. Low-key, that sucks. Both that kind of rap is so popular that other styles that are less aggressive or just different are just thought of as bad rapping, which is literally not the case. Hobby is an incredibly talented rapper, and I know I said this before, but he has made it so far with no pre-debut rap background. It's literally insane how talented this man is. Quit sleeping on Hobby if you want straight A's and clear skin. IDK how to say this, but I am not sure if I would call Hobby an underrated member in BTS, but more like underappreciated. Yes, there are many armies like me who admire Hobby and love his rapping, but I wished armies would talk about him more. Out of all BTS fancoms, he's usually the member who gets the least views. Yes, you're exactly right. As explained a few opinions ago, Hobby is loved and admired by millions, has a huge fan base and is hugely successful. There's no doubt about all that, and therefore he is not underrated, but you are totally right to say he does not get nearly as much appreciation as he deserves. Hobby and Namjoon are the most underappreciated by ARMY, and that really needs to change. Hobby is not underrated. He's the member of the biggest boy group in the world. His mixtape made records, and if you search best rappers, dancers, he's always there. Yup, just address this and I agree with you. He is highly rated, no doubt. I feel like so many freaking people are confused between underappreciated and underrated. And underrated just gets thrown around so much among fans when that isn't actually what they're meaning to say. LOL. His over-the-top attitude gets too much at times. I know that it's to cheer people up, but still. I mean, I disagree because I don't find it to be over the top. Like, to me it really doesn't come across like he's exaggerating or trying too hard. I really just think that's his personality. He's just a bubbly, energetic, upbeat, and positive person. Yes, I do feel like sometimes it can seem like he's happy 24/7 and it's like he rarely shows off his more serious side. And it is pretty unrealistic for someone to be like that literally all the time, but we don't see him off camera and don't know what he's like normally. And also, just like you said, he's doing it to cheer us and the other members up. He maintains that side of his personality for everyone else's happiness. So I honestly really appreciate that he is able to do that and chooses to keep doing it. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts below. I don't know if this is overly ambitious or not, but I would like to hit 1k by the end of the year if possible, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I really want the community tab to open up on my channel because every time I see something I'm like, OMG, I wish I could share that with my subs, but then I realize there ain't nowhere for me to do that, lol. Like the other day when Lisa's first solo teaser dropped, I was like, OMG, I want to post about this so bad, but then realized I had nowhere to post, lol. Please help me get one, I'd really appreciate it. Also, in the meantime, there is a discussion tab open on my channel, which by the way I literally didn't know it was a thing until I decided to randomly check out my channel on my laptop and noticed it, lol. But basically, if you go on my channel from your desktop or laptop, you'll be able to see the discussion tab and you can say anything you want there. Ask me random questions, post your opinions, video ideas, tell me about your day, whatever you want. I'll be checking it regularly and responding to you guys. I love interacting with you all, so until we get a community tab, the discussion tab is where it's at. Okay, now I'm done blabbering. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.